Good morning, aviators. This is John, and you're in the holding pattern. And yes, we're going to go flying today. We're not going to go flying in Karen the Red Baron. We're going to go fly in this little P-28 Piper. We're going to do a little pattern work, practice some of our soft field landings, and practice our precision takeoffs and precision landings, and just get out on this beautiful, lovely day. Of course, we're going to watch out for all the weekend warriors, which is something that is important to recall when you do show up on the weekend and it's a beautiful morning like it is here in Pearland, Texas. Well, you can see I am taking out the checklist, the pre-flight checklist, which of course I'm going to verify everything I've done when I've pre-flighted the airplane. While we do this by flow, we still do need to check the checklist to ensure that we have not skipped something, so we don't take off with the pitot tube covered or something attached to the airplane that it's not supposed to be, or the baggage door open, or any of the things that the pre-flight checklist insists that we must inspect before we are able to take off. So now I've completed the pre-start checklist. So I have turned on the beacon to let everybody know that we're going to start the plane's engine, turn the fuel pump on, pushed full rich. We'll turn the mags on, making them hot. We'll verify that we are clear to the right and the left, and then we'll go ahead and fire the plane up, at which time we can then turn on the avionics, and then you can hear me.
All right, so we definitely can hear ourselves. So now we're going to go ahead and listen to the weather.
Altitude 1,600.
Pearland Regional Airport.
Automated weather observation 1521 Zulu. Wind 050 at 05. Visibility 9er. Sky condition few 2,800. Temperature 29er Celsius. Dew point 22 Celsius. Altimeter 3008. Remarks. Density altitude 1,600.
All right, so now we've heard the weather, and we are comfortable as to the winds are light. We do not have any overcast skies, so we are clear to fly VFR from this airport. So the next thing on our checklist, now that the engine is started, we'll turn the fuel pump off. We've checked to make sure that all of our gauges are good. Engine RPM, now drop it back down to about 1,000. Warm day. Fuel pressure is still good. Oil pressure is good. Amps are good. Mixture, we've leaned it back. Okay, so now we're going to turn on our taxi light to let everybody know that we're about to move. We have checked to make sure our database is correct. So now we see a lot of traffic, and so we're going to let everybody know that we're
Pearland traffic 600 is clearly active.
Check our brakes. All right, we have good brake checks.
Pearland traffic 39er Juliet, taxiing via Alpha 6, Pearland traffic.
Pearland traffic, this is Archer 7820, taxiing to runway 14, Pearland. Okay, now we will taxi. Clear right, clear left.
Pearland traffic, fuel 1's crossing the exit at Alpha 2, Pearland.
We're going to stay on the center lines. So we do have a busy day here, as we talked about in the intro.
Pearland traffic, November 4248, Charlie, 8 miles to the south, 1,000 feet westbound, same side of the airport, Pearland.
All right, so we're clear to the right, and go ahead and out onto the taxiway. And making, understanding that there are lots of planes today. So we will try to keep some distance behind everybody. And there's no reason to get up everybody's chuff down here when we have so many people in the pattern. And we check the radio. We don't really need to announce that.
Traffic normal 424.
We can look on here and see the WX, which tells us that we are transmitting.
Pearland traffic, Mooney 469, Mike, departing 14, straight out Pearland.
So the first plane is Mooney, and it's going to exit straight out. So we don't have to worry about him being in the pattern. And we'll see what happens with these other airplanes as we get closer. The other thing we do check is that when we're taxiing, and we can feel whether the plane is veering to the right or the left. The unusual thing about an older Piper is that the rudder trim tab is also connected to the nose wheel, so that's a pretty good indication that somebody who's flown the plane before me does not have the plane rudder way out of whack, which has caused additional
Traffic 2912 Mike, taxi on Alpha to 14.
Actually has caused accidents in the past. So we'll go ahead and take our cue here. Go ahead and do our run-up since we want to be ready to leave when everybody goes. All right, so now we're in the run-up. Brakes, I have them set. All right, trim. That's set for takeoff. Flight controls. Up on the right, up on the left, down on the right. And we do have full rudder, full stabilizer control. Check. Flight controls, indicator lights. We're going to check to make sure that none of them are coming on. See the alternator and the other warning lights. That would be an oil and other mixture. We're going to go ahead and push it up. Push up our RPMs. And we're going to check the mags. So that's a major drop on the first mag, so we'll go back to the left side. That's an acceptable drop. Go back to the right side. Better. Go back to the left side. Good. Back to the right side. There's 50. So what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to lean this out. Very lean. Watching our exhaust gas temperature come up. And we're going to run this for exactly 1 minute. Still good. Oil pressure is good. We're all good on everything here. All right. So now we'll go back. Good mag check. So there we go. So we've checked the mags are good. We're going to check the carb heat to make sure that that doesn't drop. We're going to check the carb heat at full throttle.
Airline traffic, moving 469, Mike, clear out to the southeast.
Make sure we don't get a drop there. Oil pressures all continues to be good. Throttle friction is good. Idle is good. We will also check to make sure that the alternator light does light. It does go off when we turn it off. So it's a good check. So our run-up is complete. Now we will taxi back down. But it looks like the Cessna is now...
Are you going to stay left close or are you departing to the south? We're departing to the south. Okay, 4 kilo, we're on about a 3.5 mile final for 3-2. We're going to break off for 1-4 in a minute. Thank you.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 322 Whiskey Bravo, departing on the taxi parallel for 14 Pearland.
Cessna 52600, are you guys ready to take off? Yes, sir. You can go ahead if you want.
All right, so one of the Cessnas is going to go. We're going to go behind.
We'll wait for you. 39 Juliet. Thank you.
I still don't see the plane that continues to announce itself on final, so that is...
Pearland traffic, 39 Juliet, reported pattern.
39...
About a 4 kilo, we're in the low left downwind for 14 Pearland. Pearland traffic, 39 Juliet, taking off runway 14, Alpha 6, Pearland traffic.
All right, so we've got somebody downwind in the pattern, so now the Cessna we've been waiting on, which is probably a student pilot also, is going to take off while there's someone still in the downwind. We're probably going to have to wait for the plane that is in the downwind to go ahead.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 322 Whiskey Bravo, we're departing the pattern to the south at 800 feet, climbing to 16 Pearland.
Okay, so that's one plane, and we'll see how the Skyhawk goes next. We do have the doors, we do have the seat belts. We are a little bit hot here. We are going to make sure we go through our pre-takeoff checklist, right? And we will also have to make sure the traffic is day. I do see the one plane is the downwind right now.
Pearland traffic, pressure 4 kilo, left base 14, full stop, Pearland.
So they're turning on left base right now, so we should be able to see them land. When they land, it looks like 3600, which is right in front of us. We'll go ahead and take off. I don't hear anybody else in the pattern or see them, so we'll probably be able to go after 3600 has off and given us separation. But we will take our time. It doesn't really matter when we take off. We're burning some fuel on the ground, but it's pretty minimal, and we do not get into the sky here and be right up somebody's tail and have to kind of maneuver since we're responsible for keeping clearance. 3600, they're taking time.
Pearland traffic, Pearland traffic 600, taking runway 14 at Alpha 6, departing to the south Pearland.
All right, so they're going to move up. Go ahead and move up behind them. We'll let them get out of here first. Looks like there's nobody else landing in the pattern that I can see. We're going to double check that because we don't ever trust electronics. We trust our eyes. This is visual flight rules, right? So, but while we're sitting here waiting for that, we'll go ahead and get our fuel pump on. We do have everything else on. We've already checked. Our flaps are already down. We will turn our strobe on once we take to the runway. Pearland traffic, this is student solo pilot Archer 7820. We'll taxi into place at runway 14, and then we will take off following appropriate separation and stay in the closed left pattern. Pearland. Okay, so we see that plane has already taken off in front of us. Got our strobes on. And we are going to take to the sky. Engine, good throttle up. And we see the plane ahead of us. We're going to maintain center line, little right pressure. Our heels are on the ground. Our airspeed is alive. Our gauges do look good. We do have full RPM. We're almost at VR. And now we will go ahead and just be able to lift off. Right? We're going to pitch for 76. Which is our best climb. Try to keep our runway heading. Trying to get some altitude. Gauges all look good. Going to look all around us. Got lots of airplanes. We have the airplane departing to the south, so we're verifying that they didn't change their minds. Gauges all look good. We're still full throttle. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Okay, we're still climbing. When we get to about 700 feet, we will announce our cross.
Traffic helicopter 7109 Sierra, going to be taking off parallel runway 14 via taxiway Alpha, right close traffic, Pearland.
All right, so you're
traffic 4628 Juliet, taking 14, departing the pattern to the southwest, Pearland.
Pearland, this is student solo pilot Archer 7820, turning crosswind for the left closed pattern, Pearland. A standard rate turn. We don't need to turn more than that. Go ahead, get our nose lowered down a little bit. We're going to slow the plane down. We're going to try to maintain as close to 1,000 feet as we possibly can. That sometimes can be a little bit of a trick, and that's one of the things that, you know, what we want to do is really trim the plane out. So the plane will go ahead and just fly itself. Flying 85, that's plenty fast in this pattern. Now, can start our Pearland traffic 7820 Archer is turning downwind for runway 14. Pearland traffic. So we're climbing a little bit here, which we don't want to do.
Pearland traffic 600, departing to the south. Final call, Pearland.
So I'm going to check the. So I really
Pearland 077, departing runway 14 to the west. Pearland.
It. Turn downwind now. Pearland traffic, student solo pilot Archer 7820 is turning downwind runway 14. Pearland. Slow down a little bit. If we climbed at 76 the whole time, you know, we're liable to get the plane hot. We're looking down here, and not hot, but it's not. It's, you know, still well in the green, but I don't see a point today. We don't have other planes in the traffic. We've exercised the plane harder than we need. So I'm hearing the helicopter there in the right traffic pattern.
Turn left crosswind 14, Pearland.
So I do see a plane behind us. It's just turned to crosswind.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 7109.
Looks like we've had at least one other plane join us now.
14.
I see the helicopters down below us. And we are ready to configure, so we'll go ahead and configure.
Heavy drill traffic,
Up, below 102, first notch of flaps.
We'll join downwind for 17, heavy drill.
And now we're looking for anybody out there. We're looking for anybody out there. Of course, we can look at our traffic, but right now I'm more looking at my eyeballs. Particularly when I'm turning base, I don't really turning base with me. Ground traffic, student solo pilot, Archer 7820, turning base, runway 14, Pearland.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 7109 Sierra, final runway 14 parallel, taxiway Alpha 4 Pearland.
So I've steepened up our approach some. I'm watching our speed. Still, we got a good speed. We're 700, which is about right. We're squaring this off. We have ready to turn on the final now. We do watch our airspeed. 75 is a good approach speed. We absolutely do not want to get down in the coffin corner, as they call it, where we're letting the plane slow down too much.
Drill traffic, experimental Zeta Charlie Juliet, downwind 17, full stop, heavy drill.
Ground traffic, student solo pilot, Archer 820 is final for touch and go, runway 14, Pearland. So I like it. We're 300 feet. Get bounced over the trees. Still aiming for the second and third strike.
Traffic Cessna 729 left base 14, touch and go, Pearland.
70. My speed. My speed. Straight down the runway. And right for the second. Now we're over the runway. So we can go ahead and cut it.
Helicopter 223 Mike off right.
Round out.
For 14 Pearland.
We're going to slowly pass. And there you go. It's a beautiful landing. Very much. I see the helicopter off to our right. We're going to go ahead and throttle up. Gauges look good. We're in the center line. We do have VR. Take off. And we'll trim back a little bit so I don't have to fight the controls so much to 76. All planes have a different trim. You'll have to figure them out as you fly them based upon what the yoke feels like. We're obviously able to get a tremendous climb. We were a little bit over 64 knots when we took off. The gauges are all still good. We are climbing. We're at 76, 360, pretty much matches. Altimeter is still right where we need it to be. And we're getting close to where we can go and turn. Again, we're going to look out. We're going to make sure we don't see anybody. If we don't see anybody ahead of us. Go ahead and make that turn. Ground traffic, student solo pilot Archer 7820 is turning crosswind runway 14, Pearland.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 71090, taking off taxiway Alpha, right close traffic, Pearland.
So we can see our gauge here. We're nice, gentle. Go ahead and after that turn, go ahead and get up to pattern altitude. It's a little easier to see.
Traffic, helicopter 223 Mike off, right base turning final for parallel taxiway
Nose down.
Alpha 4, Pearland.
Go ahead and turn. Pearland traffic, student solo pilot Archer 7820 is turning downwind for runway 14, Pearland. Bust down. Torso's down now. Go. A little bit harder to see in the haze. We only have 6 knots, so we're a little high. Slow way down. We can't lose a little altitude.
Left crosswind 14, Pearland.
Gained a little altitude on that turn. That happens. But again, when you're nose high, it's hard to see. We can actually see Ellington over there, our divert airport. Starting to get a little bumpy as the day starts to warm up. It's 11 o'clock in Houston, Texas. Good summer day right now. We are trimmed, as you'll notice the plane will fly itself right this very second. down at the runway. We're starting to gauge where we'll configure, which is right opposite where our intended touchdown point is. And that would be right now. Go ahead and configure.
Left downwind, 14,
Nose down. Make sure fuel landing. Probably below 102. Now, notch of flaps in. We are looking for a descent somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 feet in it, maybe 400. Both of those are good. We're looking at about 85 when we're still out here. Ground traffic, student solo pilot, Archer 780 is turning base, runway 14 Pearland. So now we're going to make sure we step on the ball. We're not turning more than we need to. Go ahead and get flaps in. Steepens our descent.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 7109 Sierra.
We're at 85.
Right.
Go ahead and turn final.
14 Pearland.
Ground traffic, student solo pilot, Archer 820 is turning final, runway 14, touch and go, Pearland. Notice we'll lose a little bit of altitude on that turn. By the same token, we kept our speed up. It's personally, they want you to be somewhere around 75 or 80. When I turn on that final, I like a little more speed. I can always steepen my approach up on my throttle.
on the go.
We want a stabilized approach.
14 for right traffic.
We're sinking a little bit towards the trees. Don't want that. So we'll add a little throttle. We'll wait till we get past the tree. All right, we're going to line back up on the runway. Sorry, ailerons do that. We're at 70.
Left base 14. Touch and go, Pearland.
We're aiming right where we've been aiming all along. We're going to go ahead and get our throttle down now. Trying to get down here. All right, so we'll round out. Start to hold her off. I see the helicopter ahead.
Traffic system 729, final 14.
And we already are, so we'll go ahead and off. Keep an eye out on that helicopter. On a right base. Want to keep good clearance.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 223 Mike Golf, right crosswind for 14 Pearland.
Okay, so we see he's already turned. So we look out here, we don't see anybody else.
Traffic, helicopter 7109 Sierra, right base 14 Pearland.
Okay, so we're looking. Climbing at 76. Still climbing. So we get between 600 and 700 feet. We're looking out here. Looking out to the left. We don't want to turn in front of anybody. So we can go ahead and turn. Ground traffic, student solo pilot, Archer 7820, turning crosswind, runway 14 Pearland. And we're going to watch our climb this time.
Helicopter 223 Mike Golf, right downwind for 14 Pearland.
Yeah, our nose is a little high right now. That helps us get it back up to the altitude we want to. Makes it a little harder to see. One of the reasons why you want to be in pattern altitude by the time you're turning downwind, so you can see. We don't see anybody out there.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 7109 Sierra, final landing 14 parallel taxi A4 Pearland.
Ground traffic, student solo pilot, Archer 7820 is downwind, runway 14 Pearland. And we'll slow the plane.
Pearland traffic 2912 Mike is 10 miles to the southeast, inbound for runway 14 Pearland.
So we now know somebody's trying to come into the pattern. It's about that time. We know it's on our watch that it's 11:30. Most of the students are going to come in because they have to fuel the planes, get the planes back in their allotted time. So we'll have time for a couple more touch and goes here. Let's see if we can't do a little better than what we've been doing. Looking for our configuration point. Go ahead and create a little airspeed. So we're going to figure up below 102.
79 left downwind for 14.
So that's going to allow us to start to get our descent. Talked about before.
And 223 Mike Golf, on right base with
Looking for a 45. We're looking out here. We're looking to make sure we know there's a helicopter. They're in the right pattern. 45, we're going to turn. Pearland traffic, student solo pilot, Archer 720, turning base, runway 14, Pearland traffic. Put in some more flaps. Deepens our approach.
Traffic, 11 o'clock. Same altitude, less than 1 mile.
So I see the helicopter is right out front. We're going to turn base. Pearland traffic, student solo pilot 7820, Archer, turning final 414, touch and go, Pearland.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 7109 Sierra, going to be doing a air taxi to quick stop from A4 to A1, then joining the upwind traffic for right close, Pearland.
So we are seeing the right out front of us is the helicopter, closer than I would like to see it, frankly. $75. Go down. Oh, what that was, but whatever it was.
Left base 14, let's go, Pearland.
Hey, 2912 Mike, 5 miles inbound. Inbound for the 45 from runway 14, Pearland.
Not sure if that was the helicopter or not, but I'm going to guess it was.
Pearland traffic 066, 2 miles to the west, flying in there on the upwind to crosswind for 14, Pearland.
So we do see the helicopter out here. We're going to
14, touch and go, Pearland.
step off a little bit.
2912 Mike is about 2 to 3 miles southeast of Friendswood High School. We will enter the downwind after 47820, Pearland.
Pearland traffic 7820, student solo pilot turning downwind, runway 14, Pearland.
Pearland traffic, helicopter 7109 Sierra, right, crosswind 14, Pearland.
Right down, runway 14.
Starting high wing on the crosswind, Pearland.
Pearland traffic 19729, extending upwind 14 Pearland.
And it's getting really busy, so we're going to go ahead and land the airplane this time. Again, we're looking out. We know we have traffic behind us.
Number 2 on left downwind for 14, Pearland.
Traffic system 59, turning left crosswind 14.
And here's our configuration
Traffic
points.
066,
Go ahead and configure.
On the crosswind, Pearland.
First, notch your flaps. And we are descending at about 400 feet, about 85. Everything looks good. Figured. We're 45 degrees, so we can turn onto our base. About now. Traffic student solo pilot Archer 7820 is turning base runway 14 Pearland.
Traffic system 79 left downwind.
There's
Traffic helicopter 223 Mike Alpha, right crosswind for 14 Pearland.
we're right at 80, right where we want to be. We want to stay squared off per Luke.
14 behind 729.
Little nod to my instructor, Luke Moses, awesome, Coastal Skies Aviation. We're going to start to turn our final now.
Runway 14.
We're going to watch our speed.
Traffic inside Pearland.
Pearland traffic, Archer 7820, student solo pilot, turning final runway 14, full stop Pearland. We're a little bit low.
Pearland traffic 2912 Mike, turning left base, runway 14.
So the first thing we're going to do is
Ready, set.
get our speed back up. We rated a little bit too much speed there when we...
Okay, you're broadcasting over the CTAF.
Now we're kind of fast.
Pearland
Slow ourselves
traffic,
down.
7109 Sierra, final runway 14, landing parallel, taxiway Alpha at
We're going to go
84
ahead
Pearland.
again.
Pearland traffic helicopter 93 gets set out on the go, runway 14, power taxiway, right traffic, Pearland.
Laps.
Pearland traffic 2912 Mike, turning final for runway 14 helicopter on final in sight, no factor.
practice of if we had no engine.
Traffic 5J, Park Kilo, taxiing from Coastal Skies to Alpha 2, Pearland traffic.
And a spectacularly beautiful landing. On.
Traffic 729, turning left base 14, touch go, Pearland.
Pearland traffic, P9 Julia, 5 miles to the southeast inbound. We'll be joining a left downwind 14, Pearland traffic.
Pearland traffic, Archer 720 is clear of runway 14 Pearland. And then we're going to look. We're going to go ahead and turn our strobe off, our landing, carb heat, our fuel pump's going to go off. A mixture of taxi, trim, flaps going to be down. And we don't need our strobes anymore, so we don't really just have a beacon. We have a landing light because we use taxi with.
Traffic 706.
So we are clear landing. After landing checklist is complete.
Turning off runway 14 on Alpha 4, taxiing to the fuel farm via Alpha.
And we're all headed to the fuel farm.
53 flying calls on right base for parallel taxiway 14, Pearland.
And so we're down on the ground. I can go ahead.
Traffic 066, turn to final 14, Pearland.
Little air conditioning on.
Pearland traffic, P9 Julia, entering 45 downwind 14, Pearland traffic.
Helicopter 223 Mike Golf on final for parallel taxiway 14, Pearland.
We'll go ahead and let this plane ahead of us. Looks like a Cub of some description. We'll go ahead and let them fire up and get out of the way so that we can pull directly in the farm. And not get in the way of the other students who want to pull up to the taxi, to the pump on the other side.
Alpha, right close traffic, Pearland.
All right. Should be able to move forward a little bit. There's the old helicopter, which we did get caught by his turbulence. The interesting thing that we handled without any problem. It's all about the speed. Keep our speed up. We're in good shape.
Traffic 779, left cross, 14, Pearland.